Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here with Shughead Gaming, and welcome to Shughead Gaming's massive PSVR relief giveaway. With all the craziness going on in the world right now, along with a level of financial insecurity, I was thinking that many of you might really need a VR holiday. Since new games may not be a financial priority, I wanted to use my channel to give back to my PSVR friend sets. And with the unbelievable support from the amazing developers and publishers that support our gaming fantasies, I am so excited to give away almost $5,000 in PSVR games. To enter, simply subscribe and leave a comment below, letting me know what games you want to be entered for along with what region. Winners will be randomly selected and announced July 8th in a follow-up video, so make sure you have your YouTube notifications on. Shugness came early this year. Let's get into it. Kicking things off, let's start with a smattering of VR goodness across a selection of titles. First up is a game that needs no introduction, as Beat Saber is the highest selling VR title of all time. I have one NA digital code to give away for this VR gem. Battle Blood is next up, bringing airship battles to life. Again, I have one NA digital copy to give away. Next up is Zing the Land Beyond, one of PSVR's most beautiful puzzle titles. I have one NA digital code to give away for this. And if you're feeling a little angry these days, Angry Birds Isle of Pigs or Angry Birds 2 Under Pressure may help with that. I have one digital NA code for Isle of Pigs and two NA digital codes for the sequel, Under Pressure. And for those of you looking to shit your pants in VR, I have one NA digital code for the haunted house adventure that is Affected the Manor. And if you still have clean diapies, then maybe you need a roller coaster ride in your collection. For that, I have one NA digital code for the VR theme park game, Summer Funland. And sticking with the theme park side of things, I also have one NA digital code for Pierhead Arcade, a fantastic VR version of the classic amusement park arcades. Carney not included. And if this crazy time in the world has you down, how about a little bit of nostalgia in the form of the recently released Pixel Ripped 1995? For this, I have one NA digital code to give away. And for your shooter fix, I have two AIM-supported shooters in Evasion and Arizona Sunshine, as well as a personal favorite in the classic wave shooter Blasters of the Universe. I have one NA digital code each for Blasters of the Universe and Evasion, and one NA and one EU digital code for Arizona Sunshine. And finally, rounding out the one-offs, I have for you a little magic in the forms of the Wizards Enhanced Edition, a fantastic made-for-VR adventure, and SKYWORLD, a fantasy take on tabletop games that combines the genres of real-time and turn-based strategy. For these games, I have one NA and one EU digital code for each title. Now, turning up the heat a little bit on the giveaway, I have another tabletop-inspired title in the form of Table of Tales, a wonderfully polished take on the D&D light style of game. Not only a great single-player experience, but a lot of fun with couch co-op, where the headset becomes the dungeon master to toy with their underling friends. For this, I have 3 NA and 3 EU digital codes. For those looking to get some exercise while hiding in their house, these next two titles might be of interest. First up is Creed Rise to Glory, basically a Rocky simulator from the VR gods over at Survios. For those looking to lace up their gloves, I have 2 NA and 1 EU digital codes to give away. And next up is probably the truest workout game on the PSVR. With over 150 songs and 20 hours of fun workouts, choreographed by leading fitness instructors, Box VR is designed specifically to destroy calories in the most entertaining way ever. For Box VR, I have 3 NA digital codes for you to crush. Don't have a copy of one of the best VR titles ever made? What the hell's wrong with you? We must rectify that. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is a 15+ hour VR adventure that has you scrounging, crafting, and killing zombies inside the Walking Dead universe. I have one NA and one EU digital code to give away for the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Well, we haven't had a shooter in the list for a while. Let's fix that with a double feature of Honor and Duty Arcade Edition and the ambitious sequel, Honor and Duty D-Day. I have 5 NA and 5 EU digital codes for each game for a total of 20 copies to give away. And for those who already have D-Day but haven't tried the single-player campaign DLC, I also have 5 NA and 5 EU digital codes to add to the list. A big thank you to the ever-generous Strange Games Studio for the generous donation. And speaking of generosity, both developer Binary Mill and the mighty VR publisher Perp Games have gone above and beyond with the next 3 titles. Sure to make anyone feel like they just got their virginity back, Mini Motor Racing X combines the fun of playing with micro mini machines and kart racing in one polished package. I have 5 NA and 9 EU digital codes for that. Next up is Rush, a mobile VR port that ended up being one of my favorite times in PSVR. Again, I have 5 NA and 9 EU digital codes to give away. And rounding out the 3 titles, I give to you Gun Club VR, a fantastic gun simulator with great two-handed gunplay and a fun sandbox mode for PSVR. Yet again, I have 5 NA and 9 EU digital codes to grace upon you all. Ah yes, and one more gift from Perp Games, coming to you in the title Golem. Golem is easily one of the most finely crafted titles for the PSVR, often looking like a next-gen VR title with its epic game world and beautiful lighting. With innovative close-quarters combat filtered through a Souls-light lens, if you don't own this, you probably should enter to win one of the 4 NA and 3 EU digital codes that Perp has graciously donated. And keeping with the swordplay theme, Witching Tower is a great VR title that I think went largely uncelebrated on the PSVR. In Witching Tower, you will fight and puzzle your way through a foreboding fortress tower as you unravel each level's mysteries. For Witching Tower, I have 3 NA and 6 EU digital codes to put in your greedy little hands. A recently released PSVR title from developer Wolf & Wood Interactive, Hotel R&R offers up the perfect stress reliever. With 36 weapons, you are let loose in this hotel sandbox that gives you a creative outlet for life's stresses. I have 3 NA and 3 EU digital codes for this. And a bit of a deep cut, but a gooder, I have another 3 NA and 3 EU digital codes for Wolf & Wood's other PSVR title, A Chair in a Room, Greenwater. A spooky narrative-driven game sure to pull you into its world. And speaking of stress release, an old game, but a game that's even more appropriate now than it was then, Drunken Bar Fight. A game that is anything but serious and has you basically drinking and beating up people. It's silly fun, and man, we really need that right now. I have 2 NA digital codes to give away. And next up is a game that is sure to make some of you wet. Freediver Triton Down is an underwater title in which you actually have to use your arms to swim in VR. Survival means maneuvering the water's lethal surge through a sinking ship while you overcome underwater chaos and unlock your path to the surface. For this sunken treasure, I have 3 NA digital codes to give away. And for those of you who love your multiplayer shooters, you really should have these next 2 titles. Another game that really needs no introduction, Firewall Zero Hour, is a game that alone justifies the purchase of an aim controller. This was a free PS Plus game for a bit, but if you were unfortunate enough to not get it during that month, I have 4 NA digital codes to give away to new recruits. And next is probably PSVR's other great shooter and one of my personal favorite PSVR games as well. Space Junkies is a 3v30G Unreal Tournament style shooter that over time has grown into one of the finest examples of what the PSVR is capable of when some money and time is spent. A huge thanks to Ubisoft, who really doubled down on their generosity, giving me 21 NA codes to fire off to you guys. The giveaway train keeps going as we turn to Final Assault, a title that wonderfully satisfied the gap in the PSVR library in the RTS genre. Command massive ground battles as the skies erupt in dynamic dogfights and bombing runs. Combat requires quick thinking and fast reflexes. Fight the battle, win the war. For those looking to get drafted, I have 7 digital codes for either NA or EU players. This next title is what I would call Skyrim Light. Shadow Legend is a title I still want to review as it came out during the channel's downtime. It is a highly praised exploration RPG exclusively designed for VR, where you play as the Grand Master of the Knights Templar in a story-driven medieval crusade. Freely explore densely filled worlds and use your sword, bow, and magic skills to save your kingdom from destruction. For Shadow Legend, I have 2 NA and another 2 EU codes to knight you with. Another game I missed during the downtime but recently reviewed was Espire 1 VR Operative. With a rough launch on PSVR, publisher Tripwire Interactive put a lot of effort into patching this game to get it in fighting form on PSVR. If you skip this one at launch, here's your chance to add to your loadout. I have 2 NA and 2 EU codes to give away. And that brings us to the final game of the giveaway and what could maybe be one of the biggest PSVR titles yet. Of course, I'm talking about Iron Man VR, the PSVR exclusive in which you are Iron Man. Upgrade tech in Tony Stark's garage to customize Iron Man's armor and abilities as you battle across a range of set pieces throughout the game's almost 10-hour campaign. I am genuinely shocked and appreciative of the generosity from Ryan Payton and his team over at Camouflage, as well as Sony themselves, in supporting my little project by providing 10 NA digital codes and an additional 10 physical copies for you collectors out there. Physicals are any region, so don't worry gamers outside of the States, we got you covered. And that brings to a close what might be one of the biggest game giveaways to date on YouTube. This would never be possible without some of the amazing developers and publishers that rallied behind this cause, so again, thank you. Once again guys, to enter simply make sure you are subscribed and leave a comment detailing what games you want to be entered for and what region. There are no limits, so give her. Also, help me spread the love and share this video across your social networks so hopefully we can reach as many PSVR friend sets as possible. I am Chris from Shughead Gaming, and I hope you are all safe and well these days. As always, I'll catch you guys in my next video.